Anything in the general budget?
One item, just a reminder, this Saturday will be the first annual car show being held at Divine Savior. The date is May 30th. Registration is from 8 until noon. The actual show will run from 8 until 2 o'clock. All invited.
Let's hope there's no rain.
No rain.
Okay, this is the time of the meeting that if you would like to step up to the microphone and speak of any issue that's related with the village, and hopefully we can answer any of your concerns. Mr. Berger.
Sheldon Berger, 4126 Overhill. Recently, I believe the high school had a 10K run.
5K walk and tennis.
Okay. Was this the first event or
No,
first?
we had it last year.
Okay. May I make a constructive suggestion? When they plan the routes, number one, the village residents involved should be notified. And especially on the east-west streets, that they could stagger them. Like I live on the 4100 block of Overhill. They ran on Part2 and Belle Plaine. I could not get to my house, and the adults that were stationed at the corners didn't like me trying to get there. I mean, obviously, you're not going to cross when the runners and the walkers are coming, but I was effectively, I couldn't get to my house.
Mr. Berger was pointed out to us by a few residents that we should have used our CCY call at least to get that out. And next year will be a little different story.
And maybe if you're going to interrupt me, stagger every other street, so these the residents have one way of getting to and from the residents.
Well, our new deputy
Without
chief,
going to any
our new deputy chief who handles that route, he will be glad to get more involved with it because we did hear some complaints. And it's, I think, was that the second time we had that? They're kind of,
It's the first time for a Friday. Yeah.
so you know what, we're massaging it now, we're getting a little better. But
Just a constructive
oh,
suggestion.
no, I've heard from a couple of residents that after a long day of work, they couldn't get home, nobody told them about the.
Yeah, I mean, I understand
We'll
the
correct
major
it.
streets like, you know, Montrose, the police were there and everything, like, that's great. But it was leaving the side streets, you couldn't, you know, wiggle around.
We're gonna work on maybe hopefully better route or whatever.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, my name is Carrie Selko. I'm at 8029 Eastwood. I just have a couple construction issues going on at 8027 Eastwood, which is directly next door to the right of me. I've called the village several times to get a few things taken care of. I'm not sure what is going on, if they are being taken care of. But to my knowledge, what I see that things are very disturbing next door. So just kind of go through a few things, and I'm going to try not to make it long. I'm just going to kind of tell you the bullet points, and if you want more information on each one, I have more information. The first thing the owner at 8027 did is she planted trees that were over 3 feet tall in the parkway. This is before she moved into the, before construction even started. When the village approached her that there was a violation, she said that as soon as the new season came, she was going to replant them. To this day, the trees are bigger than ever. The shrubbery is bigger than ever, and they've never been removed. In fact, she has trimmed the parkway trees to make more room for her trees to grow. I talked to Simon, your code enforcer, about a dumpster that's been parked in the cul-de-sac, which blocks my view from coming and going. Since her construction started, I'm told that she is up to date on the permits, and normally it wouldn't bother me if there's construction going on, but there is literally construction going on maybe 2 times a month. So this dumpster is sitting there without being used. And I understand that they're paying for the dumpster, but it's blocking my view to get in and out of my driveway. It's causing, pile-ups in our driveways, because our driveways are right next to each other. And
How long has the dumpster been there, Terry?
it's been there since her construction started. It's been gone maybe for a day or two, and then it comes back. I would say over 6, 7, maybe 8, 9 months, whenever it started. Yeah, no, well, okay, and then, let's see, the fire hydrant is being used for cement work. Over 2 or 3 times, she has opened the fire hydrant, not her, but her contractor, I think it's Durham maybe. They have been using the fire hydrant, and it's always on a Saturday after 3 o'clock and on Sunday once the code enforcers are gone. I talked to Simon, also your code enforcer, on the same day about tieback that's flapping, you know, because as I said, there's not much construction going on. So this flapping, and it's literally, her house is literally, you know, a rock throw, not even a rock throw away, a spit throw away, you know, and the tieback is going crazy. We hear it. It sounds like someone's knocking at my door every night. My dog's barking because he thinks someone's knocking at the door. I talked to Brian about that, and he told me that windows were going to be installed that Friday. I talked to him on a Wednesday. Windows were installed on that Friday, but only partial windows, and there's still a lot of flapping. They finally put black roofing paper on the roof about maybe 3 weeks ago, but now all that's flying off because they didn't put the roof up yet. So that's flying into my yard, as well as other debris from her yard that's not being cleaned up. On Friday, May 15th, 2 beautiful parkway trees were cut from her parkway that she just cut down. She had a private contractor do this. I called the village along with other people to report it. Later, I was told that she would replace the trees, and I don't think that's how the village works. I know that when I wanted a parkway tree, I came into the village and I paid half, and I had a book of trees that I got to choose from. I didn't just cut things down and say I would replace them. I don't know what she's planning on replacing them with, and I don't think that's the way the village works. And if it is, put it in your newsletter so everybody knows that that's what we're supposed to do, cut our own trees down and go ahead and plant. I don't see any permits displayed. I was told that she has all the correct permits. I don't think she has permits for a full construction house. And if she does, nothing is displayed. I called the Cook County, and they didn't tell me any information. They were gonna mark it down that her whole house was demolished, not a second floor addition, which was told to me at the appeals board, that the reason why she wanted an appeal and why she wanted me to correct or approve her appeal was because she wanted as little construction as possible. And her whole house came down. The only thing that was left standing was a refrigerator that she left, and then she built around their refrigerator. But none of the house was structurally left. Even things from the basement are being taken up. A fire sprinkler system, I was told that according to your section 903.2.13, new construction homes are supposed to have sprinkler systems. She is not having one. I talked to the plumber, and the plumber said that the one is not going in. He had no clue when he was talking to me, but I said, oh, you're putting in a sprinkler system? He says, no, she doesn't want one. He had no clue that he was giving me that information that I needed. They are still bringing in steel beams, and the house is supposed to be there. I don't know where they're putting these steel beams. They're still bringing in construction wood, not plywood, but construction wood. And I don't know if that's all you want me to tell you, or I'm sorry, you know, and I've been a resident for 21 years, and, you know, Norridge to me is more than a home, you know, it really means a lot to me, you know, that everyone is together and we follow the rules. And when I built my house, I did everything in my power, you know, to follow the rules. I wanted a wraparound porch that I didn't get because it was out of my variance, and, you know, and when you try to talk to this woman, she yells at you. So I've tried helping her, other neighbors have tried helping her, and if you're saying something against her, she doesn't want the help, or she doesn't want the advice. So I've kind of backed off. Oh, I know, there are people walking, her house is not securely locked. You know, she's got a piece of wire with about this wide of an opening where mostly 2 adults can walk through without a problem. She's got plywood against the garage. I've seen people walking through the house during the night. We called the village, the police on one time, or maybe the village, and we were told, she said that it was the construction workers that were coming through at night. So I haven't called the police again, you know, not again, but in the village again, but obviously it's not secure. I don't know if it's really village people walking in during the night, but there are people walking through there. You know, not every night, but I have seen people walking through there at, you know, 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know, a group of, you know, I don't know if they're kids, you know, I'm looking from my window, you know, but I just don't think that, I hate to say this, but I don't think we're doing enough, and I think she's getting away with a lot, and it's aggravating me, it's aggravating neighbors, and I think we just need to look into it. I'm giving you the information, and you could just do what you want with it. And I did my part. I said if I didn't come tonight, I have to stop complaining. So I'm here to give you my information, and you do what you want with it.
Tomorrow, Brian, the issue will definitely be out there.
I think the problem we have here is this lady is trying to get the house built as cheaply as possible, and she catches these people when they can work.
That's no excuse.
I know.
That's no excuse. There are rules.
Yeah.
We have to abide by those. So let's try to find all the rules, because the neighbors, they have to find all the rules.
I agree.
And if she doesn't, we just stop the job on her, she doesn't get nothing on her job.
Okay.
She has to go by the rules. That's simple as it is.
Thank
If
you.
if you see any more, don't waste your time with anybody else. Just call me,
Okay, thank you.
okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Okay, I'll ask for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Giacominno, trustee Gilberto, second. Vote please. 6-0, carries. For Mr. Burton and Mallory, next meeting is 6 o'clock.